Rule number 1,
Bios.
always right. Rule number 2, nothing else matters because
Bios
is always right.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bios, and today we are reacting to another video from Critical Art _64. In the last video, I reacted to him talking about his redesigns for Concord, and there were a little bit of controversial opinions, a lot of points that I don't really agree with, but regardless of that, just because you don't agree with something doesn't mean that you could find common ground or to see some points from the other side. So everyone, let's try to be cool and everything like that. So I recently just saw that he uploaded a new video, part 2 of the redesigns, and it's not that long, it's about like 5 minutes, so we're gonna go into that. If you guys enjoy these reactions and sit downs, talks, whatever, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Please comment. I would love to hear from you guys. And yeah, let's get started.
Hey everybody, this is Critical Art 64, and today we will be critiquing and redesigning designs from Concord. As promised, since we surpassed my personal goal of 4,000 views with 340,000 views. Also, shout out to Asmongold to reacting to my vid and giving me the Asmon bump. It's surreal since
I didn't know that.
heard of Concord from watching him trash the game. But same as the last video, I will roast the design, explain my concept sketch, and show what my design would more or less look like as a 3D render. I will be doing the characters Lennox, I-ity, and Duchess. Have you ever wanted to see your coworkers in human resources get wizardized into Apex Legends? Well, I've got a game for you. Now, starting with Lennox, he is uncanny. Looks like he got that Polar Express face going on. He looks like he got deepfaked in the game. Pretty dull design overall. When I first saw him, I thought
I don't
he
have
looked kind of
captions.
racist, spacist. He would say stuff like, "You're not from around here, are ya, boy?" And he would say like random sci-fi words that sound like slurs, like "Hey, Star Child, here's some hot sauce, 'cause we all know how much you flippidos love them some sauce." He looks like if Ninja from The Antwoord had a butt baby.
That's okay. My God, that's one thing that I kind of find annoying about. Like, I don't know if he's joking or not, but this is something that I kind of found annoying so far in these videos of just like people like saying things. It just feels like they didn't play the game, or it just sounds like they're just throwing things in to just make the game seem worse than what it was. Um, like, if we're gonna talk about the design, let's talk about the design. I feel like talking about these other aspects is irrelevant to the point of the design itself. But let's continue.
Baby with Rango. Now I moved away from the life jacket and made him look more like a alien-like to be more interesting.
This is the
In my
redesign?
version, Len X. He is a Anunnaki reptilian that got stuck in space, and the only radio waves he got came from a public access TV channel that showed spaghetti westerns. Hence why he wears a space poncho like Clint Eastwood from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. As you can see, mine captures the gunslinger ethos more and looks like
Okay, so yeah. So it's very much on the nose, I will say, for this redesign. So he leaned in more with the whole alien aspect. If you were to go back to the to like one of the first videos I did, I forget the name of the channel, but basically the game developer, how he talked about, like, the spikes kind of make you look evil or threatening. I disagreed with that point because there's plenty of characters in different mediums that have spikes on their arms, or that literally look like monsters and they're good people. Um, but in here, he did lean away from it, but also leaned into it. So he gave him more of a regular, even toned skin. Yeah. What? Yeah. So he leaned into like the alien skin. Wait, actually, he did kind of repurpose the spikes by putting it on his chin. The thing that I don't like about it is that it leans too much into the Western. It's not spacey Western, really, even though he is an alien. Let me pull up a picture of what's his name from Star Wars. So here are some pictures of Han Solo, who is a space Western inspired gunslinger, bounty hunter type of thing. That kind of gave me the impression when I first saw this character. So as you see here, he has a jacket and the shirt, which is kind of westerny because they do have like those like more casual lax shirts. But overall, it's very casual. It's a very casual and lax design. He doesn't have a hat. He doesn't have like a whip or anything like that. It's very much this. So this, in comparison to this is what I thought when I first saw the original design. This design is not bad, but I feel like it leans too much on the Western side and not enough space, even though it is alien. Um, so I feel like maybe if like maybe like around here and up here with this, or even the hat, some sort of changes there could have been a little bit better.
Less like Yondu with a bad case of the space AIDS. Next up is Itsy.
Space
She's
aids,
probably one of
really?
the best designs from Concord, even if she looks like if Leslie Headland, the woman who made The Acolyte, had the idea to make a Star Wars show based on Scott Pilgrim versus the World, which would then get immediately canceled, then result in the Space Ramona Flowers actress getting fired and addicted to drugs, then caught on camera by TMZ in full costume, tattered as if she never took it off, standing outside a methadone clinic. Or she looks
Why do we have to go so far? Like, whatever.
like if current day Disney Marvel rebooted the X-Men as the X-Men and then gender swapped Nightcrawler. She's generally a good design, so I kept most of the ideas, just made her hotter, and I continue.
Okay, so yeah, that was a comment that I had in the first one. For the designs that he did, he really feminized and sexualized them. So yeah, the comment made her hotter is really a like the gamer boy, like what is it, like what the gamer boys, the typical standard gamer boys are attracted to, the ones that like the original Tomb Raider, the ones that got angry when Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn got changed. So like that aspect of it where like characters need to be hot and sexy or it's not appealing is just like annoying to me because like you can have a hot and sexy character, there's nothing wrong with that, but just because a character is not conventionally hot or sexy to you or whatever, um it's not warrant for the game to be a failure, bad design, or whatever. It's just different. It's okay to like something different. It's okay to not like it.
The asymmetry of her hair into her shirt and suspend.
Okay, I want to see a side by
Since
side.
asymmetry usually adds some visual interest.
I don't like the legs. Like I don't like the furry leggings that he put on her. Like why?
Definitely took a lot of inspiration from things like The Fifth Element. Now
Okay.
the before and after.
Okay. So I think I don't think there's anything wrong with the original design. Maybe the shirt could have been something similar to this that he has on the redesign. Um I don't like the leggings. I don't like it. Maybe it definitely should have been like what was originally there, and I definitely like the pattern on these leggings. Especially because it helps tie her into the theme that Concord was having. Um I don't like the hair because Itzy, from what I gather, is a very sporadic, very like everywhere, not scatterbrained, but she's everywhere, like ADHD type of thing or whatever. She's chaotic and crazy. So he kind of subdued it on the new design. I think he should have definitely kept this hair. It fit with her much, much more. Because when you pick her, she does like a spin. She's like, yeah, I can't really see that personality in this redesign.
Really, mine just looks like she doesn't smell as bad. Um, Last but certainly not least is Duchess.
All right, how he's gonna
Really
redesign
great.
Grandma?
She looks like if Sindel from Mortal Kombat divorced Shao Kahn and took half of his Outworld money, only for it to get sucked into Scientology and give it all away. It seems like they designed her strictly because
That was a that okay. That was a funny and tame like thing. Why can he do that for everyone else?
there's not enough granny or gilf rep in shooting games. but forgot why old characters are rarely utilized in the genre. It's because old people don't fucking do much. If you make an old character in this sort of game, being old would have to add to the design. Like if they're a kung fu master, a scholar, a wizard, a grizzled vet, or played up as a joke, like if she was like a granny with a shotgun. But they took the stunning and admittedly brave route of being old woman. Imagine if they did the opposite and it was old man. And instead of Duchess, he would be named Duke. Huh. Well, actually, looking at it, that would slap way harder. I mean, it looks pretty awesome.
Okay.
Duke is the fucking man. Anyways, for my version, I made her even older and even more Asian, which
Oh my God, I'm getting bored. I'm getting bored now. Okay, so I wanted to bring up like let me just pull her up because this is like the first thing that comes into my head. Anna Amari. So Anna from Overwatch. So yeah, he had a lot of good points. There aren't a lot of old characters in video games that you can gravitate to, like cool, ones. And when they do it, it is like leaning into that age, and I don't think leaning into the age is the way to go. Because I don't really see like just because you're old doesn't mean you can't do stuff. There are old people, like literally in their 80s, that are fitter than you, that can run circles around you, climb mountains, crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. So if you are physically trained, actively active, and like honed in your craft, then you are the prime of that skill set. Like you are the best of the best, even though you're not young, but you have a lot of wisdom and knowledge, which is good. Um, so I don't really see the issue of her looking how she originally looked, um, and not having to lean into the traditional, if you guys get what I mean. Let's see the side by side.
according to their rules makes me a way better and more enlightened person than them. My design, Duchess Wu, is a 300-year-old Taoist witch that controls ectoplasm, which would better explain why she can create barrier walls in the game and also control ghosts. So the gun would be handled by the ghostly Chinese soldier behind her.
Okay, so he changed the powers. I didn't really I don't know her story. Like we never got that far. So I just she does have the ability to conjure up walls and like sandstorms, like sands blocker type stuff. I don't know, it's a freaking space game. I didn't really assume much. That's just her abilities. Um so I don't know what it was that she was able to do to tie herself into the world, but it didn't seem out of place.
Like a JoJo stand. She would zip around like Yoda and be like a chaotic neutral mentor to the cast. Here's the before and after. I actually would be
So when you look at the original, she just kind of looks like another bounty hunter. So I don't really see the point of just stripping that all away. The new design from its initial looks, it would definitely need some revisions. It does not fit with the world. It just doesn't. It's not futuristic enough, even though she has the thing on her forehead. It's too traditional, which is not bad. Like maybe there should have been more characters that looked a bit more normal, because traditional styles are technically timeless. Um, but I don't know. She just lost so much. She lost her golden arm, which I thought was interesting on her, and those sand abilities to be ectoplasm, whatever. So I don't know. I think this is my least favorite redesign so far.
interested in picking a character that looks like mine. Um, I always like picking kung fu characters. So that pretty much sums up this batch. Don't forget.
So he leaned into the kung fu thing, which is just kind of like I feel like that's very stereotypical to have, especially for an Asian character. Like, oh, they're Asian, they have to know kung fu, they have to know taekwondo, they have to know tai chi, and all that stuff. No, they don't. She was completely fine being the bounty hunter, whatever the heck she was that she was. Just needed a revision of it. So, in comparison to the last one, I think these are my least favorite designs. I do want to see if he would put them all together, like the more he does to put the roster together to see if there really is cohesiveness. Because just for these designs alone, it gives me the vibe of a different game. It just wasn't Concord.
Forget to like, comment,
It
and
isn't.
subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I'll see you next time.
Oh, there's another video where they redesign Concord by. Oh. Gamers, regular people, artists, and R34. Oh my gosh, man. You see, this series might go on for a little while. Okay, so this video is by Kari Metals. I think so. 5 days ago. If you guys want me to react to it, let me know. But anyway, yeah, so that was Critical Art underscore 64's part 2 for the redesigns. What do you guys think of them? Let me know down in the comments. Do you guys agree with him? Are you guys more inclined to play the game with it like this? Or do you guys hear my points and whatever? So let me know down in the comments what you guys think. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.